Hi guys, it's Angie with Fun Endeavors Tie-Dye Lab. Today let's make a Hemostat vertical fan fold shirt. The shirt was prepped like normal and I have it turned inside out. I'm going to start by centering the shirt, and this process is going to go really fast. So I have a link down below in the description for this video to another video which shows how to center a shirt. Essentially what I'm doing is getting both sides of the front of the shirt next to each other and both sides of the back of the shirt next to each other. That way whenever I apply the dye to the shirt, the front of the shirt's going to look more symmetrical and so will the back. In other words, the whole entire front side of the shirt should look just about the same. One side shouldn't be a whole lot darker than the other side. The same thing for the back. Sometimes if you don't center a shirt, depending upon the design, one side of the front of the shirt, or one half of the front of the shirt, might be a little darker or a little lighter than the other. When you center a shirt though, since both of the front sides of the shirt are right up next to each other, generally they turn out a lot more similar or alike than if they're separated by several different layers of fabric. Okay, so now that the shirt is centered, I want to go ahead and do my vertical fan folds. I'm going to fold the shirt in half vertically. And then the area that I just folded over, I'm going to fold it back halfway. Then grabbing that main seam, I'm going to lift the shirt up off of the table and turn it over, which is going to fold it in half again. From here, I'm going to straighten my folds and work the sleeves down into the rest of the shirt. For the rest of the design, I'm going to use some curved hemostats. The majority of the ones that I'm going to use are 12-inch, but there may be a few 10-inch in here. I'm going to alternate by adding curved hemostats to either side of the shirt, and I'm facing the curve down. I'm also placing them at an angle. I'm not going straight across. Now I'm going to add a second row of hemostats with the curve facing the hemostat that I just placed on the shirt. I want to go ahead and put the shirt aside and allow it to dry out completely before I begin applying the dye. So I'm going to place the shirt on a metal rack and set it aside for a few days. If you noticed, one of the hemostats popped off, which is fairly common if you move the shirt around a lot, so you just need to watch and make sure you don't get hurt with the popping hemostats. So for this shirt, I've chosen some purple and teal blue type colors. I'm using a washable marker to divide the area between the different hemostat pairs. I'd like to apply a couple different colors to that area. I'm adding the teal and blue colors in the area where the two hemostats meet. The first one is Jade Green from Dharma, followed by Deep Ocean from Dye Spin, Mermaid's Dream from Dharma, Caribbean Blue from Dharma, and Grecian Sea from Dharma. I'm going to continue that dye pattern on down the shirt. Then in the remaining sections, I'm going to alternate kind of the purple colors with the more, I don't know, plum, red or purple colors. So I'm alternating using Royal Purple from Die Spin, Snozberry, which was a special Dharma color, and English Violet from Die Spin. I'm going to use two different royal purples on this shirt, but as you can tell from the different color swatches, they are very different royal purple colors. They're coming from two different suppliers too. In the remaining sections, I'm going to use Royal Purple from Grateful Dyes, Orchid from Dharma, and Plum from Pro Chemical and Dye. Once I have all the dye on the shirt, I'm going to put an additional sprinkle of soda ash over the top and then carefully place the ice on top. Since I didn't make an ice barrier, I'm just putting one layer of ice on top, and then after this first layer of ice melted, I came back and added a second layer. I allowed the shirt to process for at least 24 hours after the second layer of ice melted. So this is what the shirt looked like right before I began rinsing, and as you can see, the dye's gone through pretty well to the back side. I began rinsing in cold water to rinse out the soda ash. After rinsing in cold for a little while, I took all the hemostats off of the shirt and then warmed the water up to hot. I'm rinsing in hot water to rinse out any of the excess dye that didn't bond with the fabric. I continued rinsing the shirt until the water was almost clear. Then I put the shirt along with a little bit of Dharma's textile detergent into my washing machine and washed it using a hot water cycle. Then after the shirt was washed and dried, this is what it looks like. Okay, so what do you guys think? So I like this one. I think it turned out looking really cool. I like the design that the Hemostats made on the shirt. I think it looks very interesting. I also think that all the colors work really well together. I like the blues and the teals mixed with the purples and the more magenta-ish type colors or orchid colors. I also got really good color saturation throughout the shirt. It was a little bit difficult to keep the ice on the shirt, but it looked like the dye had gone through the shirt really well, and so I'm very pleased to see that I did get really good color saturation. Do you see what I mean about how both sides of the front look very similar? It doesn't look like one side is a lot darker than the other, and the same thing for the back. That's one of the main reasons for centering a shirt. So I had fun with this design, and I think I'm going to try it again. But I think the next time I'm going to use colors that are a little bit more varied. The orchid and purple colors are a little too close in color. So in parts of the shirt, I can't really see the difference in those colors in the purple areas. I want to make it again and make the colors very different so I can see the design a little bit better. But overall, I'm really happy with it. I think it's just something different and interesting. So if you guys have enjoyed watching this video and the content of it, I sure would appreciate it if you would like it and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a great day.